Without reading and analyzing your Shopify Analytics, all the efforts that you are making in order to improve your store and in order to improve your marketing plans are very similar to gambling because they are not based on strong foundations and on data. So I want you to stop gambling and I want you to start building your decisions on data, and I want you to make sure that you are doing the right thing in order to improve your business. Hi there, I am Rihab, and on this YouTube channel I share with you videos related to e-commerce, entrepreneurship and more. And in today's video I'm going to show you in details how you can read your Shopify reports and how you can analyze them. In a previous video on this YouTube channel I showed you the top 5 metrics that you should be tracking on your store. However, if you want to take things to a totally next level, like if you want truly to understand how your store is performing and if you want to monitor everything, I highly recommend you to watch this video, because in this video we are going to take things into a next level. So this video is much more advanced and the things we are going to discuss in this video are also much more advanced. Before starting with the data and with analyzing the numbers and the reports, I want to invite you to check the free workshop I'm offering. In this workshop, I show you the exact framework that you should be applying to your business in order to be able to attract, convert, and retain your customers. So if you want to improve your business and if you want to boost your revenue and your profit, I highly recommend you to go down and to take this free workshop. It's 100% free, so you don't need to pay anything, and it will give you a very good idea about how you can make your business strong and sustainable. So go down and take this free workshop, and let's start with our topic. I'm not going to repeat the metrics I have discussed in my previous video. If you want to see them, you can go and watch the previous video, and I highly recommend you to do that. The things we are going to see in this video are different. They are related somehow to the previous metrics, but they are much more detailed. So the first thing you have to know is that Shopify reports are divided into 3 different types. The first type is the acquisition reports, the second type is the behavior reports, and the third type is the marketing reports. And in this video, we are going to talk about the behavior reports and the acquisition reports. Because I don't use the marketing provided by Shopify, I use third-party softwares and platforms in order to run my marketing strategies and campaigns. That's why I don't use the marketing data provided by Shopify. So everything related to email marketing, to paid ads, I follow these numbers up on the platforms where I'm running my campaigns. So for Facebook, I do that on Facebook ads. For email marketing, I do that on Klaviyo. For Google ads, I do that directly on Google. So if you are doing any marketing directly here on Shopify, you can use these reports. However, I don't use them, so I'm not going to discuss them in this video. Let's start with the first type of reports I'm going to discuss, and they are the acquisitions reports. In here we have 3 reports that we should be checking. The first one is sessions over time, the second one is sessions by refer, and the third one is sessions by location. And I'm going to explain each one of these, and I'm going to tell you why they are very important and how you can use them to analyze your store performance and your customers' acquisition. So let's start by sessions over time. So the sessions over time is a report that shows you the number of visitors during a certain period. So you can check this report in order to see which days are bringing the most of traffic. Search in here for spikes and drops and try to understand them. So let's say, for example, I went in here and I changed this to the last 19 days, for example. And I clicked on apply, and I'm seeing the results by day. For example, in here I'm seeing a very big spike. I should be analyzing this spike in order to understand what happened on this exact day and why I received a lot of traffic compared to the other days. And for example, in here I'm seeing a drop, and I should be analyzing this drop, and so on. This is how you analyze this report, and this is how you can use it in order to understand well what's happening with your traffic and why some days are bringing more traffic than other days, so you can see what are the things that working and copy them. If I scroll down in here, I can see the table, and also in here you can apply filter and try to understand more what's happening with your traffic. So for example, in here you can choose to see the conversion rate. So in this exact day, for example, if we go in here, the day I was seeing a very big increase in the number of traffic. It was April 4, I guess. Let me see how much the conversion rate was at this exact day. Going here to April 4, my conversion rate was 0. So although I received a lot of traffic, I didn't make any sales, which means that the traffic I received is not a good traffic. It's not well targeted, which means that I shouldn't be doing the same thing because this traffic didn't bring me any sale. So in addition to checking the number of people you actually attracted toward your store, you have to make sure that you are attracting the right customers. And in order to judge whether you are attracting the right kind of audience or your potential customers, actually you have to see your conversion rate. So you analyze both things at the same time. First, you see if you are receiving more traffic or less traffic, then you judge the quality of the traffic by seeing the number of conversion rate or number of added to cart and things like that. Also in here, to understand more what's happening, you can, for example, filter by source to know from where did you receive this traffic. So you go in here, and in here you choose to see the source of the traffic. So you click on refer name, and you see the refer name for each of your days. So let me go back in here to April 4 and see from where exactly did I receive this traffic. So here I am on April 4, for example, and I've received this traffic from Facebook and from Google. I will go in here and I will choose the exact date. So it's April, which means it's 04/01. Okay, I will remove the conversion rate to be able only to see the source. Okay, and now I can see that on April 4th, for example, which should be the day where I received more traffic than the usual, I was receiving this traffic from Google and from direct source. Let me see else. Okay, so this is how, in addition to seeing the quality of the traffic I received, I also saw the source of the traffic. So that's how you do that. You check out the results you have, then you analyze them, and then you go to filters and you add filters in order to understand well what's happening. So moving now to the next report we have, and this report is sessions by refer, and it's very similar to what I have done when I added the filter of the refer. So you go in here to sessions by refer. In here, let's choose, for example, last 90 days. And in here, I'm seeing in the last 90 days which source of traffic was performing the best. So for example, Google in here drove me most of the traffic. Let me judge the quality of the traffic by going in here and clicking on conversion rate. Let me see, for example, the conversion rate of the Google sessions, because in this way I will understand if Google is performing well, if Google traffic is performing well. So this is Google, for example, the conversion rate coming from Google is very low, which means if I'm running ads in order to drive traffic to my store through Google ads, my ads are not performing well because the conversion rate is very low. However, you should know that if you are running ads, it's very normal to have a low conversion rate compared to the normal days or the normal traffic, because when you are doing ads and you are attracting totally new customers, this means that those people you are attracting are very new to your brand and they don't know you or trust you. So if you are running ads in order to drive traffic, it's very important to follow up with this traffic by doing email marketing, by doing retargeting campaigns, and so on, in order to be able to make those people very familiar with your brand until you can convince them to buy from you. Usually a customer needs to see your brand at least 7 times before deciding to buy from you. So you need to create multiple touch points with your customers, and you do that by doing email marketing and retargeting campaigns and content marketing and many other things. And if you want to know more about that and how you can create this connection with your customers and how you can improve your ads return on investment, I highly recommend you to check my free workshop, because in this workshop I have talked about all of this and many other things that are very important for your business. So go down and take this free workshop. It's 100% free. Okay, now going back to our reports, and let's this time check the third type of reports, which is the sessions by locations. And this report will show you from which countries, for example, you are attracting traffic, and you can try to find some good potential countries. For example, if for example you are noticing that from a certain country you are receiving a good number of visitors and a high number of sessions, this could mean that the same visitors are coming back and back to your store, and this means that they are truly interested about your store. So you might start considering advertising to your store in this exact country. So when I go in here, I can simply notice that most of my traffic is coming from the United States and Canada, but let me, for example, try to go in here and change the period to last 19 days and see how things are working. So United States and Canada are still my best countries. If I scroll down in here, for example, I can notice that for Philippines, I'm receiving 29 visitors with 49 sessions. This could be good because this means that people are interested about the store. So for example, I might start considering Philippines. Going down in here, I can, for example, try to find other countries other than Philippines that can be interesting to me. For example, this one, Indonesia, might be a good choice, and so on. And then here for sure you can add filters and columns in order to understand more this report. We can't do everything in this video. However, this is how you do it, this is how you analyze the data, and this is how you make conclusions, and this is how you start making informed decisions about your business. So this is for the acquisition reports. Now let's go to the second type of reports, which are the behavior reports. And the behavior reports are very important because they tell you how your customers are reacting and interacting on your store and what they are doing, the behavior of your customers. So let's start with these reports, and let's try to analyze them as well. Under the behavior section, we have many reports, and some of them would be logged depending on your Shopify plan. However, I'm now going to start with analyzing the reports that everyone can see. So whether you have the first plan or the second one or the third one, you will be able to see the reports I'm going to talk about. So the first report I have in here is the conversion rate, and I'm not going to talk about the conversion rate because I have talked about this in my previous video. So go back and check that video if you want to know more about the conversion rate. The second report is top online store search, and this report is very important because it shows you what your customers are searching for on your store. So let me tell you more about this report. This report tells you which keywords your customers are searching for on your store, and this can help you in many ways. First, you can understand what your customers are looking for. Second, you can understand if you have any problem with your navigation. So let's say, for example, you sell shoes and clothes and bags, okay? And you are noticing that most of your customers are going to the search bar and they are searching for bags. So you have to ask yourself, did you bury down your bags collection somewhere? Didn't you show it on your homepage? Maybe you didn't link to it on your homepage, and that's why people are going to the search and searching for it. Or maybe if you have a store where you sell bags and clothes and you are noticing that people are going to the search bar and searching for shoes, this means that your audience is interested about buying shoes from your store, and this can help you to, for example, consider adding shoes to your collections in the future. So this report is very important, especially if you receive a good amount of traffic and if you have been running your store for a while, because you can get a lot of conclusions out of this search results. In addition to that, this report can help you to understand how your customers are describing your products, and you can use the keywords your customers are using and embed them inside of your product title or your product description. So this report can greatly help you to understand your customers more and understand if they have any kind of confusion with your store, and to understand what they want and what kind of products they are asking for. Now moving to the third report, which is top online store search with no results. And this report is very important because it shows you the keywords your customers type, and those keywords don't return any results. So as I told you before, let's say you have a store where you sell clothes and bags and your customers are asking for shoes. This report will show you that many people are asking for shoes and getting 0 results. And in this way, you have to understand that your customers are interested about having shoes on your store and they want to buy the shoes from you. So you should consider adding the shoes collection to your store. Also, if you are noticing that there are many unrelated keywords to your store or to your niche, you might start thinking about the traffic you are bringing or you are driving to your store. Because if you have, for example, a baby store and many people are going there and searching for men clothes, for example, this means that you are driving the wrong traffic. And not only that, it means that your brand message is not clear enough because your traffic is asking for things that they don't exist on your store. So analyze this report and try to see what's exactly happening for your search bar. Now moving to the fourth report, which is product recommendation conversion over time. So this is important because it shows if your customers are interested about buying multiple products from your store. You can also go in here and see how your customers or how your product recommendations are working. If you notice, for example, that your customers are not taking these recommendations seriously and they are not buying the recommended product, you might start considering adding things like upsells and cross-sells in order to increase your average cart value. So now going back to our dashboard in here, and let's see what other reports we have under behavior. We still have, for example, sessions by landing page. I'm going to talk about that. And we have sessions by device, and we have online store speed. Sessions by landing page is a report that shows you where the traffic you are receiving is directed to. So for example, let's say you are running Google Ads and you are directing all of your ads toward one page on your store. Let's say it's a specific product page. This means that this page should be receiving all of your Google traffic, and this is the landing page. It's where the traffic landed. So this is very important because it shows you from where your customers are coming and toward which page. So if, for example, you notice that one of your landing page is currently receiving a lot of traffic, this means that something new is happening and you have to know why this landing page is suddenly receiving more traffic. If a landing page that used to have a good amount of traffic before is not receiving any more traffic now, you should also analyze that and ask yourself why this is happening. Maybe, for example, before a website was linking to this landing page and this is why you were receiving this good traffic. Maybe now this website is not linking anymore to your store. Maybe the link is broken and so on. You have to follow up and see why this landing page lost this traffic, and with the same logic, you have to analyze why another landing page is gaining more traffic. So in here you go, and you can see, for example, that the visits are divided by the landing page. So this is a product landing page with this much of visits and so on. So as I told you before, this is very important. Always check out your landing page performance and see if any of your landing pages is losing that traffic or gaining more traffic, and try to analyze that. Now moving to the sessions by device, and it's a report that shows you the sessions depending on the device, so which means that you have the mobile, the desktop, the other, and the tablet. And this is very important because you know how many people are actually visiting your store through mobile or tablet. So let's say, for example, most of your visits are coming from mobile devices. This means that you should be optimizing your store first for mobile. And actually, this is something common with all e-commerce stores. The mobile version of any store is the most important version because people are more and more willing to use the mobile over the tablet or the laptop in order to access websites and stores. So don't ignore your mobile version. It's very, very important, and this report can tell you exactly why it is very important. So I'm going back in here and I'm changing that to last month, and I'm clicking on apply. So as you can see in here, this is how much traffic I'm getting from mobile, this is how much traffic I'm getting from desktop, and so on. So as you can see, I'm receiving much more visits on mobile from mobiles than from desktops. So this means that I should be putting my mobile version first as optimization before considering the desktop version. Now let's see the final report, and it is the online store speed, and this is very important for your user experience. Having a store that loads fast is very important to keep your customers satisfied and to make them stay on your store and not bounce out. So in here you can see your store speed, and for example, this store speed is bad and we should be working on improving it. So as I said at the beginning of this video, reading and analyzing your reports is very, very important in order to make informed decisions. When you start analyzing these data, you will start making efforts and decisions toward actually improving your store and improving your business. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope this video will help you to make better decisions for your business. Before leaving, I want to invite you to make a very smart decision for your business, and it is to go down and to take my free workshop, because this workshop will greatly help you to improve your business and boost your sales and skyrocket your e-commerce business. See you next week. Bye bye.